planning on buying cannabis, why you should care about cannabis packaging and labeling requirements. Although cannabis is already legalized, the regulations regarding its use are still subject to change. One of the areas in which change is sometimes made is in terms of the packaging and labeling requirements for cannabis products to be sold in the state. Recently, new rules came into force as the Oregon Liquor Control Commission took over responsibility for cannabis labeling from the Oregon Health Authority. This change merged the rules together, bringing even more clarity to the regulations for packaging and labeling of cannabis products. It's important for those working within the cannabis industry to be aware of the changes, and to comply with them. One of them is child-resistant packaging. The primary consideration is that children should not be attracted to cannabis product packaging, and that they should not be able to open them. And therefore child-proof containers with no colorful or appealing images is the best place to begin. To comply with local regulations, cannabis product containers must be constructed and designed to be very hard for any child under the age of 5 to open, without being so complex to use that adults are able to utilize them properly. The packaging must be opaque so no product can be seen from the outside, and in the case of any product containing several servings, it must also be reclosable. The packaging must not display any bright colors, and must not depict any images except the facility's logo, and no cartoons at all, even if they are part of the facility's logo, although the universal marijuana symbol must be displayed. Hemp is also now included. These new rules don't just apply to marijuana products, they also now apply to industrial hemp products. This means that both types of product require clear labels, and if a product contains both hemp and marijuana, it must be identified on the label as a cannabis item. This now also means that products derived from industrial hemp must be packed in child-resistant, resealable containers. Hemp products must now display a hemp symbol instead of the marijuana symbol. Next is the list of added substances. Added substances are now defined in the new rules as any additional ingredient or component, which has been added to cannabinoid extracts, concentrates, or marijuana either after, or during processing. Added substances include terpenes and flavors as well as any substance used to change the consistency or viscosity of the product. The next, labeling changes. In the new rules, there is no longer any flag labels distinctions, however tiny container and small container labels have requirements of their own. There is also no longer any required for test batch numbers to be provided on labels. Regulation font size and type has been changed to font is legible and simple to read with sufficient contrast with the packaging's background, and a height of a minimum of 1/16. And also a new warning, requirements now read do not drive a motor vehicle while under the influence of marijuana, and keep out of reach of children. And lastly, complying with the rules. In order to comply with the new rules, all existing licensees have to resubmit their applications for packing and labeling to obtain pre-approval before April 1, 2019. Items which are already on shelves for sale and which meet the old regulations will still be permitted to be sold until December 31, 2019. Failure to comply with the rules will result in a civil penalty of as much as $500 a day. Packaging is a critical part for any marketing plan of a business. It is the stage where a consumer's journey will choose the product and make the actual purchase. To be sure you are compliant as well attract long-term customers, it's best to seek the services of a professional cannabis marketing agency, like Nug Digital Marketing. If you have more questions or inquiries, you can visit their site by clicking on the link below. Thank you for watching.